what we saw take place here in the last few days at Miami shows that Miami proved and decided to be bold. And so we're seeing bold moves made around college football where USC went out and got their man, even though their man, Lincoln Riley, had an elite job already. That didn't cause them to back off and think, well, he's untouchable. They went out and got their man. LSU, even though Brian Kelly's holding down a top 5 to 10 job in the country, went and got the man that they wanted, even though it could have been thought in the traditional thinking would be, well, we're not going to contact Brian Kelly. He's at Notre Dame. Why would he come to LSU? Schools are going out there and making bold moves. Miami's breaking from its recent past of the last 20 years to make a bold move and not just say, well, Mario Cristobal, that would be great. And if things fall a certain way in the next few years, and we'll give Manny another year, and he went 7-5 and they played better in the second half, and we'll give him another year and see how things go, and hopefully we'll improve. They went out and got their man.
Yeah. Yeah, they did. They did. I can't hold my emotion back on that one. It showed a lot, and it showed a lot because it speaks to even something bigger than Mario Cristobal himself. It speaks about the fact of the buy-in to the University of Miami's football program, and for what we're hoping athletics, period, but mainly the football program. And I spoke about this for weeks. I kept saying, if you go in that route, you're going to need Mario Cristobal to be the lead. I understand there are plenty of people who are upset about the fact that we didn't get Lane Kiffin. I understand. I get it. The flash in the pan approach is what you wanted. But a program builder from ground zero, because that's what this is, regardless of the star system, regardless of the so-so schedule next year, this is a rebuild from the ground up. Okay. They're putting millions and millions and millions, not just in the staff. You're talking about you're going to recruiting staff, talking about defensive and offensive analysts, you're talking about quality controls, you're talking about grad assistants. There is a true all-in buy-in to build a true football program, which is comparable to what is across college football. You look at what Coach Cristobal helped build over at Oregon and where he was building everything up. And again, from ground, he did a rebuild for 5 years at Oregon. Now he comes here and can do the same. I don't know if he'll necessarily have the exact same budget, but again, he may not need that exact same budget. Why? Because he doesn't need a private jet to leave the Pacific Northwest to go find new people. He doesn't need bells and whistles to say, hey, look at me. Hey, look at me. We can do it with what's happening locally and even in our region. And guess what? We do have private jets that if you do need to go see a guy in New York, let's say it's a quarterback in Pennsylvania, blowing your mind away. Let's go check him out. A linebacker out of Texas, linebacker out of Louisiana, California, wherever. Let's go do it. But you don't have to do those things in order to be successful. So this is why I knew for Mario Cristobal to leave Oregon, a very good situation, Mark, we've spoken about it, a very good situation for him. Okay, he can be 9-4, 10-2, whatever, and hang out over there and keep building and keep stacking recruiting. Or he can come home and do the same thing here at Miami. Okay, but in order for that to be a fact, for it to happen, for him to put pen to paper, he would have had to know without a shadow of a doubt that he would get equivalent or something close to the buy-in that he got at Oregon, both financially, as far as him and being compensated, but also to be able to surround him with the people and the ability to have the people around him to make sure it's done right and to make sure he can be successful. And that these young men that he's inheriting, and the young men he's going to bring in from the portal, and the young men he's going to bring in from recruiting out of the high school, local high schools and high schools across the country, can be successful. And that's what I believe Miami had to show and had to prove to Mario Cristobal and his representatives that things are going to be right. And that's why we got him today. That is why we got him today.